So what we're going to do is to make this a one-slice toaster, where you'll be able to cook one slice at least. So what we're going to do is take the two working mica panels, and we're going to take one of them and put it in the middle so that you can have one slice of toast in the middle, and we will put the burnout panel on the end, and it will just not work. To remove a panel, to put it in the middle, you first have to detach the electrical terminals here, slide those off, and then we'll be able to slide out the mica panel and put it in the middle and reattach it with the other two terminals. Once we have the mica panels attached, and then their slots, or they slide into some slots here, and on the other side they're connected to their electrical terminals. We have the burned out panel here, and the working panels that the toast will go in that slot and toast nicely. Anyhow, once we have these in place, then we'll go ahead and put the chassis back over that. Remember the small metal tabs. These will need to fit into their appropriate slots and then be twisted a quarter turn for this to stay in place. When you're putting the chassis back on the toaster, don't forget this metal trip bar. What that does is it fits in these little slot and a hole right here, and when you press the lever down, it will move that trip bar, and it will trigger the electrical connection, make the electrical connection come together, and then the heating elements will come on. When you're putting the top piece on the chassis, you want to make sure each mica board fits in these slots, and you'll want to make sure the slots in the metal piece of the chassis fit through the tabs, and then we'll be bending and twisting these tabs again to hold it in place. Next, we're going to drop the completed chassis back into the toaster cover, or toaster container, or whatever you want to call it. You want to be sure to slide the metal lever here back into its slot and make sure all the knobs and pieces are in their proper places as you put it back in. And also we have this little circuit panel that we've got to remember to slide in here. Once we've dropped the chassis back inside the toaster case that we're ready to put on the bottom, we want to make sure we have the levers and knobs all lined up on the side and they're in their proper slots before we do that. Okay, now we'll put the bottom in place, and we'll reattach the strain relief. Once you've reattached the bottom of the toaster, then we just simply put the knobs on, and simply you got to be careful which way those knobs are pointing, so they're pointing in the right direction. There we go. And finally the handle. You note the jagged edges there. That might be a little tough to put on, but it wasn't. And there you have it. Bottom line, if your heating element in your toaster is broken, get a new toaster. Alright, we'll put a piece of toast in and see how it works. And you can see the nichrome ribbon heating up nicely, the elements there on both sides. And if we look on the other side, there are no elements burning because we put the burned element on the outside of that side of the toaster. And there we have it. Perfectly toasted piece of bread.
Now where's the butter?